Risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 157?
Yes.
Payback 2017 edition. I am a man behind the microphone, back from the Crusades, Scholar Jeff. To my right, Scholar Tarek.
Holy shit, Jeff, you really are back. Wow, this Scholar shakeup is apparently continuing. First, I had a special guest with Dave Castaldo. Last week, I continued the shakeup with Scholar Brian, and now I guess it's a bingo win for me, because now you're here, and Brian's not here. I mean, Jesus, how many more episodes can I show up?
Good question.
It just never ends.
It never ends. And you know what? Neither does wrestling.
Apparently you guys are giving me the payback. Apparently. Just torturing me. For all the torturing I gave both of you.
Don't act like you don't love it.
No. Well, maybe.
Well, speaking of maybe loving it.
Got the cigarette? Ooh, yeah, I think I'm loving it.
Actually, I was going to talk more about This Week in Wrestling. We're looking at another WWE show, pay-per-view. We got Payback.
I'm trying my best to just try and avoid this, because I don't know about you, fool, but when it comes to this pay-per-view, the build has been horrible, and I personally am not looking forward to this show.
Well, let's break down exactly why. This is WWE Payback 2017. Starting with the pre-show match, we've got Enzo and Cass versus the Club. Once again, Fool, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Enzo and Cass on this one. They have just been on such a big funk, but to be perfectly honest, both Enzo and Cass and the Club have been on this huge funk. But I think Enzo and Cass have been on the lower end, especially with how it came with when they were setting up that 6-man tag this past week on Raw. Enzo and Cass get attacked by Joe and the Club, and of course Enzo, being apparently Vince McMahon's favorite ragdoll, just continues to get his ass kicked. And I feel like because it's the pre-show, the faces normally win the pre-show, and I think Enzo and Cass kind of need this win a lot more than the Club does.
Yeah, easy. I totally agree with you, especially considering it's non-title now, B, it's on the pre-show, and C, the Hardys aren't anywhere near this match. So, yeah, now there's nothing in their way anymore. I'd say Enzo and Cass need to get some momentum back, get them back in there, boom. Let this feud continue.
Do you really want this feud to continue?
Well, okay, not so much the feud, but more of Enzo and Cass's rise to the top in the tag titles. How about that?
Okay, I'll go with that.
How about that?
But, well,
yeah, perhaps that was an unwise choice of words.
It's such a weak storyline. Hell, there's really no storyline. They're just, hey, we need time to waste for Enzo, Cass, and the Club, since Cesaro and Sheamus are going for the tag titles. So let's just throw them in random matches and try to give them some form of storyline, which really there isn't. It's just, let's just have these guys face each other, attack maybe once or twice, each one upping the other. Yeah, that's good progressing on both teams.
No, well, to be fair, it is also the pre-show match. It's going to be the first match on the card.
But
it's also the appetizer match.
It's even so. It's not just this storyline. It's a lot of storylines when it comes to the Raw show. And I guess I'm gonna probably be repetitive when I just say, like I said, I look at this card. Maybe one or two matches catch my interest, and all the rest are just, man, they just put so little effort in these storylines. It's kind of similar to what they did with WrestleMania, the lower card, but it's such a It really is. It really is such an sometimes it just hurts watching Raw and seeing where they're trying to go with these wrestlers and these women, and
Speaking of wrestlers and women, next match on the card, I've got Bayley versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. What do you got?
This one actually was one of the hard ones for me, because they're actually giving a lot more intrigue in this storyline than others. Is it the one of the ones I've been looking forward to? I guess yes and no. But when it comes to the prediction itself, as much as I want to go with Alexa Bliss, I'm gonna go with Bayley on this one because I feel like they're building more towards Sasha Banks and Bayley for SummerSlam for the women's title, and I just feel like that this is just to waste time. I want to see Alexa Bliss win the title eventually, but I feel like it's too soon for her to win it, and it'll just be like once again, what's the point?
Good question. I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss for this one.
Just because she's Harley Quinn.
Well, actually, no. I am actually picking Alexa Bliss because...
She's gorgeous?
No, you got it right the first time.
You mean she's not gorgeous?
I did not say that.
Well, you said I was right the first time. Am I wrong the second time?
Okay, moving on. Next match, we've got Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Who do you got?
As much as I want to look forward to this one, it was another lackluster build. I don't want to keep saying that for each show, for each match, but it's really the case, especially with these two that I really like. And I'm just really looking at this. Where do they go from here? I guess I'm going to go with Seth Rollins on this one because he needs to continue this momentum that he's been building. I really got nothing else to say, but would I be surprised if Joe wins? No. I actually think Joe deserves the win just as much as Rollins does.
And that's actually going to be my rationale. I was actually going to pick Samoa Joe for this one just because after WrestleMania, after being one of the biggest names on the main roster who was not on the show, I think this really needs to be his road back. Seth Rollins is going to be around. He can take the hit, especially considering he got a win at WrestleMania not too long ago.
I'm just thinking that he would get revenge on the man who put him out of action again. Because I don't see this story. I don't see this feud ending with this.
I certainly hope not.
Because it's two intriguing guys who we both know, and most likely hopefully others would know, that these two can put on a good match if they gave the time. And I actually think this is going to be one of the big main events that's probably going to be third to last.
I can see that.
I'll be shocked.
There's a lot of these matches that could go on last.
Oh, I have one particular match that's going to go on that I think is going to go on last.
Would it happen to be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman?
Yes. Yes,
really?
I do. I think
that was almost a half joke, but okay.
Braun Strowman's the biggest story going on Raw. I even joked about it last week that Raw should be renamed the Braun Strowman Show.
That would be a lot better.
Yeah, right? Wait, so are we actually going with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman now?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I just wanted to make things clear. As for the prediction of the match, because Braun Strowman is on such a momentum drive, and the whole point of it is to eventually give him a SummerSlam match against Lesnar, he's gonna beat Roman Reigns.
You think so?
Roman's just coming back from a quote like cracked ribs and that big destroy mode that Braun put him through. I don't see an injured Roman Reigns coming back and hurting Braun Strowman while Braun Strowman's on this huge momentum swing. And even though they tried to really halt his momentum, especially when it comes to the reaction of the fans, because the fans are loving every second of Braun Strowman. And I'm not just saying that because
you're not wrong.
It's not the case, because even though he went on the mic saying he was gonna, when he throws Kalisto in that dumpster, he's throwing the rest of you in the dumpster, which is obviously them trying to get heat on Braun Strowman, even though, come on, he's one of the hottest commodities going on in WWE, period. You can't just try and kill this momentum. And I feel like him facing a quote injured Roman Reigns. Braun, I won't say he needs the win, but it would progress him more. Because, like I said, they're prepping him to fight Brock at the SummerSlam event.
Can I make my prediction now?
Yes, that's why I stopped. It's now your turn.
Roman Reigns wins in 5 seconds after exactly one spear.
That's not funny.
You're right. It's hilarious.
Do you hear this laugh coming out of my mouth?
No, I don't hear it coming out of your mouth. I hear it echoing throughout your very soul.
You just hear it. You go,
oh, really? Because all I'm hearing right now is, ooh, ah.
Are you seriously going with Roman Reigns?
You know what? I'll freely admit, the result of the Undertaker match had a bit of a bizarre effect on me. Now,
well, yeah,
I'm doubling.
You came to the realization that it had to take Roman Reigns, not just him, but a bunch of weapons to take him down. When it took Brock Lesnar, just him. Yeah, that's right. Suck it, Roman.
Yeah, Roman.
Now that he retired the Undertaker, I'll hate him forever.
I feel like I'm sort of leaning into this now. Like, I'm fully expecting. During the Cena regime, I just kept resisting it and resisting it and resisting it. I just kept thinking, okay, there's no way they're going to have Cena win this match. There's no way they're going to have Cena win this match. And you know what? They kept doing it. So you know what? I have now come to accept my new Samoan overlords. I don't like it. But you know what?
Who are you?
I feel like I've just come full circle, and I'm just like, I have come. Believe me, believe that.
Shit. Oh no. It's official, people. We lost the fool. He's gone to the dark side.
Just watch. Roman Reigns is going to spit Braun Strowman, beat him in 10 seconds.
He's not going to beat him in 10 seconds.
Okay, 15. Then he's going to go over to SmackDown. Then he's going to Superman punch Nakamura in the grill. And the whole world is going to implode and wrestling will be over forever.
With you even just saying him going to SmackDown and taking down Nakamura, I feel like you're just doing this now for us to just get a reaction. Because I don't believe that.
I wish...
No, I refuse to believe that. Who are you?
Someone who has become incredibly nihilistic after WrestleMania.
Did that time being sick mess with your mind?
Yes.
Oh my god, because this is just mind-boggling. I really wish Brian was here for this, because I need someone to be with to reflect on this nonsense that I'm hearing from you. I don't believe any of this. No.
Believe
no. Don't say it.
Believe in the big dog.
No, I will. He retired the Undertaker. I will never be behind the big dog.
Ooh-ah.
The only time I would ever predict him to win is just because to get a point on our prediction shows.
Oh, just you wait.
No.
Just you wait.
You know what? You go the ooh-ah, I go Braun!
Yeah, and there'll be two big beefy dudes just crashing into each other and then spear.
The man lifted up an ambulance. He's not losing. He's not losing to a crippled man.
A crippled man who can also do a Superman punch. Yeah.
And where is DC on suing him on that?
Behind the times. That's what they're doing.
Shit.
Working on releasing Injustice 2.
What the hell is wrong with you? That trailer looked awesome, by the way.
It did.
Oh, man.
Yes. Welcome to Scholars of Injustice.
And did you see the new Marvel vs. Capcom trailer?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god,
I haven't gone that crazy yet.
That is insane.
Yet.
Yeah, right? Okay, back to wrestling.
Anyway, yes, back to wrestling. And speaking of superhuman feats of strength and agility, we've got, for the Cruiserweight Championship, Neville versus Austin Aries. It's a rematch. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Austin Aries on this one. I feel like with the progress that these two have been going, now even kind of picking up their own little lackeys. One with TJ Perkins with Neville, even though, why the hell does he still have that theme music if he's a heel now?
I thought it was a remix that they gave him.
No! It's still the same theme song that he has been playing. And he still does his little dab entrance.
Oh, that one, yeah. Well, because they haven't switched it yet. I thought you were talking about Neville for a minute.
It has to be the Bowser Castle now. Just because.
A heel chiptune theme. I would actually love to hear that.
because it's ridiculous that he still comes out to that music. It's such a quote face music, even though it really doesn't get any reaction anymore.
I still like it.
Well, only you. I like it. It's just it doesn't make sense to have it as a heel, but people haven't, other than really us, who just find it to be kind of enjoyment music more than an entrance theme. At least that's how I feel. And Austin Aries gets Jack Gallagher. I'm gonna go with Austin Aries because you can't really keep this feud going without there being some kind of change in it. And I feel like since Neville had his WrestleMania moment, or his WrestleMania moment and match, I feel like the only real place Neville can go is now chasing after it after being dethroned by Austin Aries, because he's the king of the cruiserweights. So dethroned. You see what I did there? Thrones, kings. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go with Neville here, and then immediately after match, Roman Reigns comes out, Superman punch. Okay, be serious.
Now I'm the king
serious.
of the cruiserweights, believe that.
Be serious. Stop with the Reigns.
Okay, I had to. But in all seriousness...
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did. Believe that. Anyway...
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Who I am is the guy who's also predicting Austin Aries to win. In all seriousness, I completely agree with everything you just said. I'm actually astonished that he didn't win the title at WrestleMania.
I'm not.
But as far as just keeping Neville looking strong, yeah, I think now is time. The time is right. Put on Austin Aries, put him over.
You know who should help Austin Aries win the Cruiserweight title?
Roman Reigns.
The banana. Yes.
I would love it if he actually introduced that and then Neville slips on it. He just throws it on top of the turnbuckle. Neville just slips on it a la Super Mario Kart, and then he just like...
Okay, people already are looking down on the cruiserweights as it is. You can't do that. You can't just have the banana peel gag. You just be like, hold my banana, kick.
Oh dear. Alright, well, enough messing around. Now it's time for a match I'm actually morbidly really curious about. Is the Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt House of Horrors match. First of all, what on earth is this?
No one knows. I think you said the one word that best describes this match.
Roman?
Curious. Shut up. God damn you. Let it go. As I try to. Curious. What the hell? This is going to be one of these matches that is going to be talked about for years to come as was just one of the weirdest matches to have ever been made. Because it's so weird because didn't they say that it's going to end it's going to start in the back and end up in the ring?
Yeah, it's going to start in a house somewhere and then it's going to end up in the ring somehow.
So is this going to be similar to what was it, Goldust? Who was Goldust facing that one time? And they drove off, and then they came back later in the show, and they continued their match.
Wasn't that Roddy Piper?
I think so.
I want to say it's Roddy Piper.
I think it was Roddy Piper too, but I'm not putting my money on it. But I definitely know Goldust was involved. Is it going to end like that, where it's just going to be at one point they're going to disappear, they're going to continue on through the show, and then they show up at some point, maybe during a backstage? This whole thing is so confusing. Is the ring going to basically look like is going to be a cage match with more creepy stuff, kind of similar to the Ambrose Asylum match? What is so...
Okay, I'll tell you exactly how this is going to go down. This is actually going to be the first match on the card, right? It starts off in the House of Horrors. They just start beating each other up. They fight, they bite, they fight, they bite, they fight, they fight. The Itchy and Scratchy show, and then eventually it just goes on for so long that a match just goes on, and then another match goes on, And oops, let's check in on Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. See how
it's just
going
to be a segment between each match.
Yes, it's just going to be a segment in between each match. Instead of a full match, it's just going to be like a series of Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner sketches.
It's going to be so dumb. It's
Bray,
going to be so dumb. It's going to be so memorable.
Bray Wyatt is
like Mae Young giving birth to a hand memorable.
Randy Orton is going to be looking around for Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is going to be in the rafters and he's going to drop a 3-ton anvil on him.
That car just ran over Austin. That car just ran over Orton. That car just ran over Orton.
Bray Wyatt will end up chasing Randy Orton over a cliff.
What are we talking?
Bray Wyatt's going to look down and he's just going to hold up a sign that says "Yipe" and then just fall for like 5 seconds.
Wilhelm scream.
And then... Oh no, he's going to do the goofy scream. Ah! Yes, I can't hit those high notes.
You're welcome.
And then fade to black, fade to the Cruiserweight Classic, Cruiserweight Championship match. Go back. You know, Randy Orton is going to end up chasing Bray Wyatt with an Acme rocket. Bray Wyatt lights it prematurely and explodes in Randy Orton's face. Then you're going to go to the tag match. And then by the time the end of the show comes around, then they'll have finally made it back to the ring. They're all covered with like dirt, like they just came out of an explosion, like all comedy style. And then they end up just punching each other one more time, and they just both knock each other out. And then Roman Reigns comes in and pins the spear, and ooh-ah.
Can I get some of the weed that you've been smoking?
Yes, you can.
Jesus Christ, fool!
But in all seriousness, here, I can see them doing something similar like that, like really drawing it out, like making it real cinematic, like almost like what they attempted to do with
the New Day. In the Wyatt family?
With the Wyatt family compound. They're basically their version of Total Nonstop Deletion. Or the final deletion or whatever.
This is going to be such a weird match.
I hope which is why I'm hoping they just go absolutely insane with it. So
who do you predict?
Honestly, I'm going to go with my brain and my heart for this time. I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt. Since I really think he does. This is another instance where he really does need the win. And I'm not even clear if this match is even for the title.
It's not for the title anymore.
Okay, so all the more reason that Bray Wyatt should win.
It's so funny when they say it's no longer for the title. Well, at least that's how they're kind of promoting it, because they're not saying it's for the title. It's just a House of Horrors match. It's now just the question on seriously what now, because it was for the title to begin with, because it's Bray Wyatt getting his rematch clause. What's the point of this match now? Really, he was now moved to Raw. Their feud kind of ended abruptly. What's the hashtag? What's the point? But as for the
crazy matches and spectacle,
because this pay-per-view is a complete mess. It really is. As it comes for the prediction, I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt because it's the argument that we've been saying for a long time. Bray Wyatt needs the win, and I feel like what he did on Raw, taking out Jericho and Ambrose, which I guess I'll wait till after my little talk here. Bray Wyatt does need the win. He needs a good momentum boost, because Bray Wyatt can be one of their top attractions, and a good win and really revenge for burning the man's compound. Come on, seriously. What I love about this feud is that it's no longer a face and heel storyline. It's just Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. That's it. Both guys. It's not a heel thing. It's not a face thing. It's just two guys who are now just wanting to rip each other to shreds.
This time it's personal.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you could just tell it's not a face and heel thing when it came to Bray Wyatt. Like I said, he attacked Dean Ambrose and Jericho, and then after he took them out, Miz tried to celebrate with him, and he's just like, no, I'm Sister Abigail-ing you two, which got the crowd going nuts. Both for taking out the Miz and because Bray Wyatt is awesome. Yeah, Bray Wyatt does need this. Why isn't Dean Ambrose on this card? Why isn't the Intercontinental Championship match on... There's no Intercontinental Championship match. Why?
That's a very good question.
Because
one deserving of an answer.
I hope it's not one just thrown into the pre-show or whatnot, because, seriously, what the hell?
Wait a minute, I think I might actually know this. Didn't Dean Ambrose and Renee Young just recently get married?
Yes, they did.
Maybe he's off on his honeymoon.
What, just him getting his ass kicked by Bray Wyatt is the time to give him time off?
I don't know, maybe. I'm just speculating here.
All right.
I'm trying.
All right, this is gonna be my one. Fuck that. The Intercontinental Championship has to be defended. Come on.
Hey,
since the Universal
were you looking
Championship
for an explanation or excuse?
Since the Universal Championship is not on Raw and is not going to be defended until like big events because they have a part-timer holding on to it. They need to push the Intercontinental Championship as the top belt because there is no top belt to be presented. Seriously. God, what they're doing with the Intercontinental Championship is ridiculous. Just as they were actually building prestige back to it, they pretty much just took a shit on it, stepped on it, rubbed their foot in, just digging that shit in, and ending it by setting it on fire. I hate this shit. I hate it. If they're not going to do anything with Dean Ambrose being Intercontinental Champion, give it to someone who does do something with the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm not just saying The Miz. Hell, I'd rather see Finn Balor with the Intercontinental Championship.
That would be a good pick.
Since they're not going to put the Universal title back on him, he's not going to get his title rematch anytime soon. Since Brock and Reigns and Strowman are in charge of the title picture right now.
That it?
Yeah, I guess for now.
I was expecting you to go on for another 10 minutes.
Oh, I probably could, but I would just be repeating myself.
Yourself?
I would just be repeating myself.
That is fair. That is fair. Okay, how about...
Now I want to see Finn Balor as the Intercontinental Champion.
Okay, how about this? How about we transfer to one thing you love to another thing you love? The Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Titles. Fool, who do you got?
As much as I would love to see my two favorite things come together as one, Cesaro as Intercontinental Champion. I know that's not the point of this right now, but since you tried to...
We're all allowed to our dreams.
Well, you should have seen Brian's reaction to me saying my dreams last week. Because I pretty much said the exact same thing. It's like, now that the Intercontinental Championship is on Raw, Cesaro, give it to him. He just looks at me and shakes his head. He's like, you are just a sad panda. All right, IC Championship aside. Tag team title match. I think it's too soon to take it off the Hardys. So I think the Hardys are gonna keep it. That's your prediction? That's really it. I got nothing more else to say.
Okay.
As much as I would like to see Cesaro win this match because he's my man. He's my man crush. I just don't see them putting the titles back on Cesaro and Sheamus. Hopefully it leads to a breakup. Even though I do like them as a tag team. I want to see them. I want to see Cesaro with the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, you know what? I think you're going to see him with the Raw Tag Titles.
Oh, you're going for Cesaro and Sheamus?
I'm going for Cesaro and Sheamus for specifically one reason. According to Wrestling Observer newsletter, I believe, they have been reporting that they have arranged a deal with TNA to buy the rights to the Broken Hardy gimmick. So I predict that this is going to be the time when Cesaro and Sheamus have one sort of big, crazy monkey spot to at least break Matt Hardy, just bring him total in his broken condition, and then they can go full on broken Matt Hardy and do that thing like, Brother Nero, knew you come. And he'll be like, yes, Brother Antonio, I knew you'd come. They have a lot of 7 deities. Maybe Scott's God with Vanguard 1, King Maxwell. And then, yeah. They just keep on going from there.
Okay. I got nothing to say. Especially after that. I really got nothing.
And then Roman Reigns spears him out of nowhere. Ooh-wah.
Enough! Enough of that Roman Reigns shit.
No. You will choke on Roman Reigns.
Gross.
Roman Reigns is love.
I think that's Vince McMahon's job.
Hey, Roman Reigns is love. Roman Reigns is life.
No, it's not. You don't believe that. You do not believe that.
Keep Roman. What?
I'm done with you.
So, all right, main event time. Chris Owens versus Kevin Jericho. What the hell am I saying? I'm getting too damn tired.
You think this is going to be the main event?
Assuming they don't do something crazy with the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt thing, like I sort of started joking about, but now I actually think something might possibly happen. This was the according to every match listing I've been seeing, this looks like it might. The way it's positioned, it very well might. Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho. Tell me, who do you got?
Oh, it's Kevin Owens. We said it at WrestleMania that this is the story that's Jericho going to put Kevin Owens over, similar to what he did with Punk. They're going to wrestle, and Jericho is just going to lose both times. So yeah, this is Kevin Owens staying on SmackDown. Chris Jericho, well, he was going to stay on SmackDown no matter what. But Chris Jericho, he's going to go on tour.
Yeah, I keep hearing that he's going to leave at the end of the month and just start going on tour with Fozzy. So, yeah, as much as the list of Jericho is still over, and you just made the list, as much as that's still over, and he's doing a great job with it, yeah, I gotta agree. Kevin Owens is going to stay at the top of the mountain.
I like the... as kind of a good, I guess you can say it's kind of a good send-off with Dean Ambrose trying to get himself off the list. With the jacket with the Christmas tree lights.
That I gotta admit, that was funny.
I actually found that entire segment hilarious. Like the whole with them, the three guys who have their own talk shows trying to one-up each other with it. Mm. I actually found that segment kind of funny. I couldn't stop laughing after Jericho. He's like, "Here, I got a gift for you." I don't know. I haven't had a good history with gifts. It's like, continuity actually does exist.
Yay, continuity.
With Dean Ambrose and Jericho, period. You still owe me, what was it, $15,000?
That was great. I'm so glad they did a callback to that.
Mm-hmm. I had to pull 69 thumbtacks out of my arm. And Dean Ambrose saying, "Can I try and get off the list?" And Jericho obliged to it. And he's like, "Yes." As Dean Ambrose walks out, you just see Jericho click his pen and just put him back on.
I almost wish Jericho wasn't going because he's such a master at his craft.
Well, he's going to come back.
Yeah,
It was just this one run. It's a perfect end.
Absolutely. Again,
because when he came back, it was joining with Kevin Owens, correct?
Something close to it, yeah. I know it wasn't.
Oh yeah, AJ Styles, right? That's right. Never mind. I'll take back that comment.
Still, even so, it's just
this has been these storyline. This is one of Jericho's best runs,
easy,
hands down. It really is a shame to see this chapter of his career come to an end. But hey, don't cry that it's over. Smile that it happened.
And it'll probably end up happening again if he ends up taking care of himself still.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that Kevin Owens is going to go over. The face of America is going to still. The Canadian.
I gotta admit, that's still growing on me.
I actually do like. I even like that he changed his look for it. I like that he trimmed his beard and he's now wearing a suit.
Oh, brother, I still enjoy it.
I hope they do more of this. Similar to the John Cena Open Challenge, with the Face of America Open Challenge.
Keep on doing it, WWE. You got something good here.
Of course, it's now on SmackDown. Of course, it's going to be good.
In the meantime, I believe you still have Brian's predictions.
I do have Brian's predictions. He sent me his predictions via text message. So,
all right. So, who do you say?
All right, let me just get the message up.
Scroll faster, boy.
Don't call me boy. All right, here's what he said. Hello.
Okay, big dog.
Shut up. You killed my mood now.
Love
Thanks
you.
a lot. Hello, fellow scholars. This is Scholar Brian here to give you my predictions for the lackluster show that is WWE Payback. Meh. He actually didn't put meh.
Oh, he should have.
First, I'm going to go with The Club over Enzo and Cass. Austin Aries over Neville. The Hardys over Cesaro and Sheamus. Samoa Joe over Rollins. KO over Jericho. Bayley over Alexa Bliss. Reigns versus Strowman, to my dislike. And shut up. I'm the only bright one on this one, apparently. And when it comes to the House of Horror match, I can't wait to see how this weirdness is going to go through. But Bray Wyatt is going to go over now that the WWE Championship is not on the line.
That's it.
That's all he said.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Scholar Brian, for sending us your predictions. But right now, it's time that we get to hear from you. We want to know what you all think. So, of course, drop us a line. Let us know what you think is going to happen at Payback. You can get in contact with us through a myriad of ways. Leave us a comment on this video. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to keep hearing more every single week. You can also check us out on Facebook. Just look for the Scholars of Wrestling show. And, of course, for all the latest content from all of us, you can check out our personal Twitter accounts. Starting off with at ScholarsOW. This is where you can see all the latest episode uploads every single week. And of course, you can also find us at our personal Twitter accounts for just running commentaries and just up-to-minute updates. And it's just fun to join the conversation. Fool, where can he reach you?
You can reach me at the Avataric.
You can reach Scholar Brian at Atomic Beanpole. And you can reach me at I'm Robbie Rage, all one word.
You should change it to that.
I'm Robbie Rage, all one word?
Yes.
Well, I think that would be a little too long and really too confusing.
I don't care. You should change it to that. You know what? If you get the lowest score on this show, you have to change it.
I am not taking that bet.
Why? You scared?
Yeah, I am.
You know what? I feel like you should.
Well, I feel like I shouldn't.
If I get the lowest score, I'll change mine to the Avataric, all one word.
Okay.
If you do it.
No.
All right, then yeah, it's not happening. Even though it should happen.
I am not a betting man. We will save the wagers for another night. In the meantime, you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. I'll take that bet another time.
Hopefully the Scholar shakeup actually comes to an end next week.
Oh, snap.